as well. Jesus tells us that the most important thing we can do is to love God with every bit of our being. That's an adult thought. Okay, that's something that we come to. But we usually start down at the other end. Love neighbor and love self. You two are Gracie's first neighbors. Okay? And there's a movement that goes in between love of neighbor and love of self. So that as you love her, she knows that she's lovable, and she returns that to you. And it works back and forth as she grows. And you also carry with you the name of God. Because Scripture says God is Father, and Scripture says God is Mother Hen, who puts her chicks under her wings. So it is the idea that God is our parent. Okay? So you carry the name of God with you. And that's not only true with parents, but that is true with teachers and clergy and adults in general as they're connected with children, because children expect us to keep them safe and keep them out of harm, to protect them, to care for them. And so as we adults care for children, we draw them into a deeper relationship with God. Especially when the church then comes to us and says, do you know that God is your Father? God is your parent. And the child goes, well, of course. That makes perfectly good sense to me. My mom and dad have always taken care of me, and so they make that connection. I get called God all the time, okay? Because people in a hurry come into Mass, say, come on, get in the car, we're going to God's house. Okay? And then they come here and they see me. And so as they walk out, they say, goodbye, God. Okay? It's cute, and you really don't need to correct them because you started it in the first place. Okay? But to help them understand the connection. Because what they're seeing are human beings who have a relationship with God and who help them in that process. Okay? So every now and then somebody goes, oh, that's not God. Like it's idolatry or blasphemy. Okay? You started it, you fixed it, do it gently. Okay? But that's the connection that they make, because that's what you said. And they will live with that. They'll think you two are God for a long time. Okay? Then they get over it. Okay? But that really is very important, because we as human beings, we work with human models. We have to find a way to identify. You know how literal they are. Tell them to jump in the lake and they will. Okay, that's what they do. So in the process, for us then to understand just exactly how powerful we are as adults and how important we are to the relationship of children with God, because we're the ones who make it great. We're the ones who draw them or drag them away. That's why I think it's always very important when we renew our baptismal promises. We realize then just how powerful that baptism we already possess is, and what it means for us then to offer our faith to children, and especially parents and godparents, but the family and the church, all of us together. So I just remind you of that, and